I have a hair somewhere in my face and it's so fucking annoying. Welcome to this Controversy Friday. And I feel like I'm saying this with every Controversy Friday, but this time, I think this is the most Controversy Friday, but not in terms of a heated discussion controversy that we had already. I am talking about how far away your opinions are from each other and how far away they are from the vibe that I catched when I had the idea for this topic. So today's question was, what should influencers do with PR? Specifically, how do you feel about content creators selling their PR? I stumbled across this topic actually a while ago on Reddit because some content creator, she was selling her Pixie by Petra toner thing for some amount of money and scraped off the name because it was a personalized toner that was her name printed on. And the Reddit people, y'all, they were not happy. And I can't find that thread anymore, but it was wild. They were so rude and so angry, and there were some really strong opinions that I, prior to your answer, prior to do open my world to just suck up all your point of views, I would have agreed on. So let's just say that when I think about this question and what should they do with their PR and what do I feel when they sell it, I, for some reason, have a very weird feeling because to me, and that's not talking about what the brand mind feels about that. I think this is just a level of greediness and money whoring that's outside of sanity. Because these people get these products for free. I realize they get tons of product for free. But what they make their money off then is not selling it. They're not a fucking store. They are content creators, and brands send out PR hoping that these people will do content with that PR, and then they will make their money either off of an affiliate code or an affiliate link or with ad revenue or the TikTok creator fund, whatever. So basically what this is, you you basically get the tools to do your work, and then you get paid by others using what you created with those tools. That's kind of maybe the picture that I try to paint here. And I have to agree, though, that my opinion is pretty strong on this. And personally, I would never sell PR. Oh my god, I can't. I can't deal with that because I have to justify that to myself. Why am I selling PR here? It's like not fair. But I also want to say that when we talk about your opinions here, there are some that I do agree on too, but that will not change my personal opinion. What I want to say is that I gathered a couple new perspectives on this topic, but I still feel like that. So usually I keep my opinion to myself until I read yours, or to the very end. But this time a bit different. My opinion, selling PR is not okay. I think it's greedy. I would lose a lot of trust and a lot of respect for a content creator that is selling PR. So, as always, I will go through your answers to this question on Instagram and on YouTube. And this time we have a bit of a specialty because we have some special voices for this Controversy Friday outside of regular viewership, let's say it like that. But more for that later. So what I want to do with my makeup today is I initially planned to use the Danessa Murray's Lightwork 6 for this video, but I then decided when I did my face swatches with this that the Lightwork 6 is so fucking pretty. I don't want to waste it for a Controversy Friday. You will get a full-on review with this video, with this palette, not with this video, where I show you 5 looks. So I will dedicate a whole video and a whole week of creating looks with Danessa Murray's Lightwork 5. And today I want to show you these. I got both of these in PR as we're talking about this. These are the new Cheery Up single eyeshadows. So they do have their pre-made palettes that one of the new ones, I forgot the name, golden something. It's neutral and warm. It's really nice looking. I get this in PR very soon, and I have a lot of others, and I think the most famous from Cheery Up is either the Dragon palette or the collab with Freya 86, the Floating Life. And they do have single eyeshadows. They have also single face products, and I think one of those single face palettes I already showed in a Get Ready With Me, but that was not sent in PR, so that was bought by myself. But these two are sent in PR. So we have this little palette that has a lot of different eyeshadow tones in here. Oh, look at how pretty they are. They are so freaking me. And they very recently, they kind of made new colors that are not as bold and intense. They're more ethereal, fairy looking, and these are the new shades. As said, all of these were very kindly sent to me in PR by Look Healthy store, so I want to create a look with both of these together because this new line has not really mattes. These are more like satin shimmers, so I will incorporate some mattes from here, and I think with these I can totally work with. As always, I scooched a bit to the side so we can talk about the opinions, and we're starting this time with Instagram. And the first one says, if it's correctly sanitized and priced reasonably, it's good for it to it be used before expiry. And then a little Recycling World logo. I totally agree with you. Yes, I'm on your side. I think it is better to do this than to toss it and to toss unused makeup, but why selling? Why? I think that is the thing that bothers me in this whole constellation, is the thing of selling, that these content creators get more and more money for this, although they already get money for their work. The next one said, it's not done to sell PR. My husband had a sponsorship with brands when he was still skateboarding. Those brands got mad if you sold anything of the products. They rather have you give it away. I see this the same as PR. Give it away or have it as prize in a contest or something, but don't sell it. It's taken advantage of and, in my opinion, doubling down on a privilege. Absolutely agree on this. I agree on the like a recycling aspect and the fact that of course they could also toss it, and then we just have a bigger problem with pollution and stuff. But again, why selling? Why, and I want to quote that, why taking advantage of that privilege that you have, that you get PR? I think that's just greedy, and an influencer who does this is greedy in my opinion, because you maybe if you are outside of this whole content creator bubble, maybe you are not very aware of the fact that they get a shit ton of money. Honestly, I think it's sometimes really hard to picture how much money is changing bank accounts in this field of work. I'd rather they do giveaways, but if they have to sell at a cheaper price than retail. That's also a thing that I think was also discussed on that Reddit thread, because that certain content creator who was selling this Pixie Tonic thing, she was putting it up for the same price as it is regularly. Like, what the fuck? That's just Oh, that's just so greedy. And I don't like that, honestly. I have a big problem with this. And for the people who truly know me, they know I am all about make your fucking money. And honestly, the social media space is big. It is big enough for everybody, and everybody can find their niche, can just put out their voice, can do what they love as their hobby, and then make money off of it. And that is completely fine. You don't even have to take sponsorships or anything. You can just make money like I do off of the ad revenue if you just have a nice YouTube channel, or if you go viral on TikTok. You get a shit ton of money on TikTok if you meet those requirements of their content creator fund or something. There is something similar in Germany, but I'm far, far away from hitting that goal. So yeah, TikTok for me personally is not a is not really an income or a source of income. This look, by the way, got smoky really, really quick. I also wonder if there are brands that actually ban them from selling PR items. That's honestly that's a question I can't answer. We will talk about some special voices later on. I can also spoiler you, so keep on watching. These are voices from brands, so reached out to brands and asked them. Nobody actually talked about banning, but we have some interesting views on that topic. And from the PR that I got so far, nobody was giving me any rules. So keep in mind, I do not get a lot of PR. I have one brand that sends me regularly PR, and that is Viseart. Then a shop, Look Healthy store, she also sends me regularly PR. But the PR system, for example, on the Healthy store is a bit different than it is on Viseart. And none of these do have these restriction that I am not allowed to sell my PR. But what I personally wonder is that, let's say, they just see that I am selling part of their PR. Maybe that was the last time that I get PR from them. Wouldn't wonder, but we will talk about that later when we talk about the views of brands, because they couldn't be more different. It's theirs, so they can do whatever they want with it. However, it would be way nicer to gift them. It's very interesting because this opinion that at the end the PR is theirs and they can do whatever they want, that's common a lot. And I was actually not expecting this opinion to be that often here. I was a bit surprised on that. At the end, you are right. It's theirs. They can do whatever they want. But what I want to point out, or not point out, what I want to maybe focus on also is just the ethical side of this. Yes, it's theirs. You can do whatever you want. But is it ethically and morally okay to sell it? I don't know. I would disagree on that point. It's theirs to do whatever they wish. Keep, sell, give it to friends, donate. Honestly, I'm genuinely surprised about these views on this. And I think that just also shows, so far until this point, how different the beauty community. Sorry for the noises, by the way. I'm trying to get a fucking makeup wipe. It just shows how different the beauty community is on Reddit and how they are on Instagram and YouTube. And I don't think, maybe I'm wrong, maybe you say, yeah, it is because it's you. No, I don't think it is because it's me, because I have the feeling that I have a community that is very, very open with their opinions, even though those opinions do not agree with mine. And I have some followers and subscribers who, for example, do support brands that I cannot shut up shitting on them. But at the end, it's their money. So we can all give us our personal opinions. We can all share our opinions without being judged by others, here, at least in my little space. And that's something that's very important to me. So I don't think these opinions are that different to Reddit because they try to sugarcoat me. I personally just think that Reddit is a fucking toxic place. People on Reddit are just so unhinged. And when I just talk about this, I think it's time for another Get Reddit with me where we talk about the Beauty Guru Cheddar subreddit. Because the stories, they're insane currently there. It was received for free. I think it should be given away. Maybe have people pay for shipping. That's it. And that is actually what happened to me very, very recently. When I was invited to not only having PR from Viseart, but also being part of their affiliate program that they have, I was able to choose like welcome PR, and I was able to choose out of 3 products, and one of those 3 products was the pro neutral matte, that OG, that one Viseart does it all palette. It was the one with the plastic lid, the bigger 2 gram pants, and then the plastic lid, the ones that everybody wants to have. And then I had this, and I think I used only 1 shade so far of this. And then all of a sudden, I got a PR package from Viseart, where the new version of this was the 25-year anniversary palette. And I decided to keep the anniversary palette because I like just the packaging so much more. And that one with a plastic lid, I gave away to a subscriber, and all she had to pay was €2 for the shipping. So yes, I think that is so much better. I also got PR, for example, that has been a while ago, from Haggard, an Asian beauty brand that I really, really love, and that I specifically asked for PR because I tried their palettes and I wanted to try so much more from them. And they even agreed to send me PR with palettes that I already had tried, and I put them in a giveaway. So, again, PR is a business transaction. You're not a fucking shop when you're an influencer. You are a content creator, and you're meant to create content. And these brands, of course, they want that you talk about them. So they give you a tool. They give you an eyeshadow palette that they hope, for example, like these, you talk about them, you review them, you give them a good review if it's really a good product. PR usually does not come with any obligations of posting, with any restrictions. As soon as there is a wording attached to PR, it's not PR anymore, then they want to have a placed ad in that. It's a very, very fine line, but things that I got in PR that I didn't like so far, I just gave away. I just gifted it to people. I usually do this actually on Instagram when I have to gift things away. Then I post this that you can have this for free and just pay for the shipping. Because before we move on to the next opinion, I want to put the business side of a content creator on this. Honestly, yes, I can make my money from selling that PR. Of course, 100%. And that's like a one-time income. But if I use that PR to create content, first of all, I have a long-term income because of ad revenue. I might have a long-term income because I have an affiliate code or an affiliate link with that brand. And if I don't want to use this, and if I just specifically say, maybe that's not my vibe, could also be the case, and you put it in a giveaway, the long-term benefit that you have is you get more followers. So that means your revenue gets higher up. Honestly, aside from the fact that I think it's morally wrong to sell PR, it's dumb. Let's just say it like that. It's business-wise just a dumb decision because it's just a one-time benefit. If you are clever and you use that PR, then this is a long-term benefit, and you will just make money as a passive income from that. Because again, a giveaway, yes, you have to follow that creator. Of course, more followers or subscribers mean more engagement, more reach, mean more money. And more PR sometimes. It's their business, but if you expect me to pay anything more than 50% retail, then you're delusional. Interesting point of view, and I agree on that. I absolutely agree. They shouldn't sell it because they haven't bought it. They should donate, give it to friends, etc. They could donate it. Yes, they could. I know that, especially in the States, I think that is a big thing that people donate makeup to women's shelters or anything. I have to admit that I have absolutely no clue because I never did a research on that. If this is also the case in Germany, if this is even possible. And the last Instagram opinion, maybe just cover the cost of shipping. I 100% agree. Let's move on to the YouTube comments. As you know, the YouTube comments are a tad bit more intense. They are usually longer, of course, because you have more space. So if you want in the future, when you watch this video, you want to participate in a Controversy Friday, I post these questions always on the YouTube community tab and also on Instagram with the little question sticker. On Instagram, is it just you do not have big space or a lot of characters to type in your answer, so YouTube gives you a bit more freedom in this, because I cannot incorporate DMs on that story because I totally forget that. For me, that's an insult to a brand. You get the products sent to you for free, you hold them up to the camera, use them, say how great they are, and then you have the nerve to sell the product that you were given for free. Are you serious? I mean, if you don't like it, it's not your color, or you can only use a maximum of 2 shades of face products. Okay, no brand says anything if it goes into the raffle box or is given to someone who can use it. But sell it, in my opinion, it doesn't get any more shabby. Someone like that should never get PR from this brand again. That's a side of, or like a side effect of selling PR that I haven't even really thought about, honestly, because let's just say Beauty Brand, oh my god, Beauty Bay gave me this liquid highlighter with this is the shade Disco for free. And I sit here, hey, that new highlighter in the shade Disco from Beauty Bay is the best fucking highlighter that I ever used, and I wanna suck every single droplet out of this compartment. And then I sell it? Getting Michaela vibes, getting Glamzilla vibes, getting, well, Jaclyn Hill vibes here. Honestly, I totally agree. That is just so fucking shady. How can you look into the mirror and be happy with yourself? How is it possible? This whole topic, of course, you can only limit it and say yeah, but it's about the fact that they sell that PR. In my opinion, there is a bit more to it. I agree on this. What is with the integrity of that content creator? What is with the credibility? How can you believe a creator that is sitting here saying, oh my god, this flower nose powder in the purple shade from the Swan Delay is the best I ever used, shuts up, stops the video, puts it on eBay? No, I agree. It's not, it's really, really shady. At the end of the day, PR is a business transaction. These creators get PR all the time. Some even have to pay taxes on it. So it's not even necessarily for free. Brands are not sending creators PR because they like them. They're sending creators PR in the hopes that they like it enough to advertise for them. I don't see a problem with them selling PR. Never have, to be honest. And then there is an answer to this opinion that I want to also put a take on. If they've had to pay taxes, then maybe they should be able to recoup costs. But how do you get charged tax for being sent samples that you don't use? That's a bad system. I have to correct you here, because that's not a bad system. That is tax system. That is normal. PR is technically, and from what I have learned now by talking to so many people all over the world about these topics, is that the system is, aside from minor differences, very, very similar from country to country. There is not a lot of difference. It basically depends on how you have to do this. So for example, let's take the Viseart, the 25th anniversary palette. That one costs on the website €75 if I would order this myself. They send it to me in PR, so I was given an income, a money-like income worth €75 PR, and I usually must put this in my tax. The thing is here, and that's the plot here for a lot of people, nobody is checking on that. Nobody is doing that because you do not have a transaction sheet for that. You do not have a receipt for this. Talking about the receipt is also the reason why a PR package that I am still waiting on is, as I'm filming it today on September 22nd? Yeah, 22nd. Is still not here. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that story and how I want to burn down DHL Express at this point. But that's a different story. Yeah, that's not a bad system. Please do not forget that content creators are businesses. You have to register as a business when you make money out of that. And as a business, this is not a gift. It's not like I give a gift to my friend or so. That is not PR. It gets PR when a brand sends me this as a business to me as a business. But as I said, nobody, no fucking body can control that. Who wants to check on that? Who wants to have the receipts? Like, tell me. So I want to strongly disagree here on that point. No, they should not be able to cover the cost of that. They cover the cost of that by making money with that PR. And yes, they have to pay taxes on that money that they made too, 100%. But on the other side, when you are a registered business in that field and you buy an eyeshadow palette, I keep every receipt of makeup that I buy. And at the end of the year, or then next year when I do my yearly tax thing for 2024, I have every receipt listed as a business payment. I know that a lot of people, they try to picture it like, yeah, it's a tax write-off. You do not get back 100% of that cost. No, 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 no. It gets calculated. Like your income is compared to what you put out. So your, is it outcome? Wait, I have a blackout. Outgoings or expenditure? Huh? I learned a new word. Expenditure. And then you have a certain amount of like tax-free income. And from that line on, it gets just compared. And if you basically paid more taxes than you legally have to pay, which is calculated in relations to your income, that is the money that you get back. Not everything, but just that. I hope I explained that correctly. It's hard to explain this in English when I know exactly what I want to say in German, but it's like very, very specific in topic. I'm not a tax girl. Just every year happy again that I don't have to pay after I put the tax thing in. So again, saying that this is a bad system is a bit of a naive thing, maybe, because that is just how the world works. Technically in Germany, you even have to put on real gifts as a private person into your tax thing, because you only have a certain amount of money free per year that you can receive as gift. But nobody does this, let's be honest. No fucking body does that. So to circle back to that initial comment on that, I want to really question, why then do you think it's okay to sell that PR? Because, again, here we can argue on that, maybe it is a bad system, but oh my god. Technically, you get the PR that is worth $100. You have to pay taxes for that item that is worth $100, and then you sell that item for $80. That makes it another business income that you again have to pay taxes on. So technically, if you would do this, legally correct, you have to pay taxes 2 times. So, I want to circle back on what I said earlier. Selling PR is dumb for multiple reasons. Do you know what my problem is with both of these palettes? They are so fucking pretty. I cannot decide what I want to use. Because that one here, Cycle, it looks so fucking shifty. I want to do a swatch flicks and chill video where I talk about my most special shades and just sit casually here and swatch shades that are, in my opinion, very unique. Some of them in here could it be too. But I also want to use this one. It looks super crumbly and flaky. But I also want to use this one because it looks so shiny. And this one because it looks so ethereal. But I also could use some of these. Oh my god. I think these need a dedicated video too, but I keep it with this one. The decision has been made. I can use something else for the brow bone highlight. Selling is perfectly fine. I buy stuff from creators on Mercury and Poshmark all the time. Saves me money, benefits the creator. Yes, I do agree. That is a point of view that we didn't discuss at all at this point. How does a private person benefit from that? And honestly, I think that is a valid argument. Of course you benefit from that. And I know it sounds weird, but regular people, like outside the beauty bubble, they of course do benefit from that. And honestly, whatever saves you money, makeup is so expensive. The prices, they just explode. And yes, I agree. I think it's completely fine to then just benefit from that. By the way, oh my god, is it somewhere burning? Ooh. Drama somewhere here in the village. We have a like voluntary fire department here in my village. By the way, I decided to use 2 different inner corner highlights, as you can tell, and I don't know which one I like more. I actually like both. This one on this eye is holding up. Is this color here? It's the shade Silver Wings. And for the other eye, I used that color, and that is the shade 1, 2, 3, Jade. Why is it called Jade? Isn't Jade green? It has a bit of green tint, but different topic. I wish more creators would sell their PR. Buying secondhand is good for the planet and for everyone's wallets. In fact, I regularly am hoping for it when I see big declutters. They should disclose how it was used, swatch, use, etc. and make sure that if they are thinking of selling things, to use them as hygienically as possible. That's it. They can also give them away, but honestly, I feel like giveaways offer engagement and that feels more shabby to me. Plus, the products in the giveaway should be always unused in my opinion. Let's roll that from the back. I 100% agree. If you do a giveaway, just give away, please, unused makeup. Absolutely. Ugh. When I started my Instagram account, there is somewhere a giveaway that I did with like 80 followers or so, where I gave away 3 or 4 palettes that I used each one time. Yes, but that was the only and last time that I did this because I don't know why I was thinking it was okay. I have no fucking clue, but I would never do this today, so. But I want to mention it because I know some people, they scroll back and then when you say something, what was that? When you say something on the internet, they then scroll back 5 years. And yeah, but 5 years ago you said that, bitch. So I did that too. I learned my lesson. Won't do it again. All giveaways, like real giveaways, where I want you to follow me or something, will always have unused makeup. And when I show pictures in those giveaways, it's mostly, then not mostly, it is my palettes. These are then my fucking palettes that I just showed you, and I will always give away the unopened and unused ones. That giveaways are for engagement, of course, that's not a secret. And why does this bother you? That's what I meant. PR is a business transaction, and the content creator should make a business out of this. And yes, a giveaway where you want to reach more people, where you want to push your engagement rate, where you want to just have more followers. That is a business use of a PR. Oh, that was too much powder. Of PR too, and I think that's totally fine. And honestly, why should people be bothered? They can feel like engagement hunts, of course, fine. That's what PR is for. Biz fucking ness. By the way, the powder that I'm using is the new Guerlain Perur Gold. Big motherfucker, and I have been loving this powder. You also wrote that you hope when there is a declutter that content creators are selling this. And I don't know about you, but a lot of the declutters, when I watched them still, the content creator disclosed right in the beginning that people should please not ask for the products because they already are given away or whatever they do with that. I understand what you mean and I totally agree. But let me tell you a story. That's just now a bit of story time of my experience. Although I am not even at 2,000 subscribers at this point. I have been doing the clutters too, of course. And my biggest one and my most watched one is, of course, surprise, an eyeshadow palette declutter. The palettes that I decluttered, that I bought myself, I put up for sale on Instagram or eBay. I don't have a problem with that so far. I do sanitize my palettes. They are clean, they are fine, they're not dirty, they do not look like uber used. If they look very used, I just toss them because that is something I would not feel comfortable with. The thing just is, some people feel a certain entitlement towards an content creator in a way that they feel like they deserve now that decluttered product. They even try to claim ownership on a palette that gets potentially decluttered. Whenever I say about a palette that it's not my favorite and that I do not like it, I have at least 3, 4, or 5 DMs on Instagram telling me that when I declutter this, I have to give it to them. And I am only a very small creator. How many DMs are people in the 10,000s, in the 100,000s getting when they do declutters? And honestly, what do these people think? Like, I think that's very, very rude. First of all, I haven't even decluttered that product and you are already claiming it? Calm your fucking tits, Barbara. I also made the experience. Oh my god, I dropped my brow gel. And now I have brow gel on my boob. Okay, let's just move on. I have also made the experience that, when I put stuff up for sale on Instagram, for example, first comes, first serve. That's just how it rolls. If you write me directly after I put up that story and you are the first one, you get the palette. That's it. And there were people who were saying like, hey, they want to have this and that palette, and that's fine. But at the same time, somebody answered and said, already did, and was like 5 minutes earlier and said, hey, I want to have this palette. I sold them that specific palette, and then the other person who said they want to have 3 or 4 palettes, I had to say, hey, you can have these 3, but that 4th one is already gone. They got mad. I had to deal with messages being like what kind of bitch am I that I promised them 4 palettes and then I can only give 3. I'm like, girl, I didn't promise you 4. I told you. I haven't even told you before that you can have all 4. I didn't even answer you. Honestly, there will probably be a point at some time where I will not put them up for sale anymore, where I do this differently or just maybe even toss them. Because I honestly just don't want to deal with that type of fuckism, not gonna lie. As I told you with the Cheery Up thing, this is the face palette that I made myself, and I decided to go for 2 blushes, a bronzer and a highlighter. Really like these. They are quite nice. This is, as I said, bought by myself. To me, it's absolutely okay to sell PR, used, slightly used, or in pristine condition. What I really like is when creators are only accepting PR in which they are really interested. PR is part of a business transaction, in my opinion. Pre-YouTube, Instagram, my mother-in-law was working at a big drugstore perfumery in Germany. Oh, which one? Sounds like Douglas. And employees were allowed to take testers, exchange after 50% used, or PR mini bottles. Some of them were regularly sold as pre-owned, benefit of the job. I think that's a bit different here because when you work there, you are employed to that drugstore, to that perfume seller, and then you get this gifted. This is not PR. It's just a gift that you get. It's like when my employer gifts me, I don't know, like a pencil, and I'm selling that pencil. That is completely different in my opinion. But with the PR, I want to point out that one certain thing that I absolutely agree on: accept only PR that you are truly interested in. Honestly, I can't stand this overly heavy PR mannerism that is just coming back lately. I think we already were at a point where the content creators were more so looking out for PR they are truly interested in. Like, yes, of course, sometimes you just get sent PR that you maybe cannot use, okay, or you maybe do not like use. Again, an example, I was sent a quad last year from Viseart. That was just not for me. The praline, I forgot the name, a piece or something, praline piece. And it's not my color story. I used it once, did a review. I love the Viseart quality, so was happy to do the review with that and just see how do I like it. And then I gave it to a friend actually. With eyeshadow palettes, I kind of think it's fine because eyeshadow palettes are just so much more versatile than other products. But when I just see, going back to tier, these big boxes they are currently sending out in PR where you have one side with the red mask cushion thing and then that cushion foundation, the silvery packaging, and it's like all shades in there. For someone with my skin tone. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? This is so wasteful. And this is just a PR manner that I personally do not support. I hate that. I think someone, Sarah Rose, was it? I think it was Sarah Rose Beauty. She, last year or 2 years ago, I don't watch her anymore, but when I watched her, she told the story that Urban Decay has a nice system that when they have PR, that you get basically an email, ask if you want to have that PR, and then you can choose. But she told that when Urban Decay came out with the palettes that were catered around a specific shade, Fox? No. There are very viral shades from Urban Decay, and they brought out like mini palettes that were color stories based off on that specific shade. And she just told that story that she was able to choose if, and if so, which palette she wants to have so that they do not send her everything. And that's fine. Also, I think it's fine when a company, maybe if they have complexion products, when they have a profile of you or they group you in profiles. So for example, why should a company send me foundation in 10 shades or medium shades? But if I get a choice of like 3 shades very light, I can totally work with that, and that is not as wasteful as having like 24 shades of the same foundation and you can't use 23. I'd rather they sell it than throw it away from a landfill clutter. but they could also give it away for free. Actually, I'm more interested in what brands think about this. It might be a bit of a hassle for you to reach out to brands to ask, but I'm curious what they have to say. Brands are fully aware of the fact that this happens, so I'm pretty sure they have an opinion about this topic. But again, no forcing you to find out. Do not feel obligated. This just crossed my mind. But Detective Ella, of course, did that. I actually reached out to a various number of brands, and well, you guessed it, most of them did not reply. But, and here are the special voices of some brands, some of them did reply. Because of the maybe controversy or sensitivity, is that the right word to describe that, of this topic, I promised those brands that they will stay anonymous, so I will not tell you which brand it was. But we have in total three brand answers are here. 4 answers, I'm sorry, it's 4. So let's start with a very short one. Hi Ella, I think creators can do whatever they want with PR. I don't send PR with any exceptions, therefore I feel nothing. Let me know if you have any further questions. I was surprised about this opinion, not gonna lie, but that is honestly, that's totally fine. This is just like a true business transaction. They can do whatever they want with that PR. And on the business side of this, that's absolutely valid. Again, morally, ethically, not so much, in my opinion. Then we have this one. Appreciate the note and including us, Ella. Thank you. As with everything, there is so much nuance and not sure for us. It is clear answer of yes or no. So we will just say no opinion for now. Totally fine too. First of all, I was very thankful that they answered in general. It doesn't matter what answer it was, just the fact that they did answer. And I think for brand, it is also okay to just have no opinion really on that, because and that's just my shot in the dark here. Maybe it's also very, very depending on the case, you know? Here we have now an opinion that is very, very different to the ones that you heard before. Hi, I'd be happy to participate. I don't think this is happening within the people I've sent PR to, but if it is, I'd be really disappointed. I've heard of this happening to others and I think it's a gross thing to do, especially when receiving PR from small businesses. I don't think it's okay, and instead they should give the product away for free and politely tell the brand that they don't want to receive product anymore. As a super small family operated business, I try my best to pick a very small group of people to receive PR who have shown lots of support and genuinely love the products and stand behind our mission. It would feel like a betrayal if I found out the products we're making them are being resold. We're making them. Okay, I understand. Sometimes I feel hurt when someone asks for PR. We send it and they don't even get and I don't even get a thank you or any communication afterwards. We pour our hearts into hand making and packaging, just everything. So we would hope all of that is being appreciated. First of all, I'm very sorry that this has happened to you. I think this is disgusting because I personally love that brand. Again, in terms of being anonymous, I will not share the brand's name. I just want to say that I personally just contacted brands that I really love. Just saying. I agree with that. And I think with this one, and I specifically chose also some smaller brands, like very, very, the definition of indie brand, brands, because I had the feeling that they maybe have a little more of a different opinion. And I understand that because, and talking again, PR is a fucking business transaction. Of course, if you are a friggin' big brand, like your Estee Lauder, your Bobbi Brown, which is part of Estee Lauder, I know, don't come at me. You are Chantecaille, you are Louboutin, something like that. You have different money pots to just get that from. You have just different regulations when it comes to how do you do the marketing. Of course, you have maybe much more to use to make that and to send out PR. And when you are a smaller business, you are gifting away products that took time to make, that took time to produce, that took time to think of, and sometimes maybe that even took time to negotiate any kind of like mini contract. Like with small businesses, sometimes they do have a little bit of a thing that they wish for what the content creator is doing with that. So I totally understand that, and I truly believe that this opinion is very very valid, valid. Oh my god! And thank you for being so open and honest as a brand. I absolutely appreciate that, and I have to agree with you. And I just smeared a lot of mascara all over my face because doing mascara and talking is not the best idea. We're actually done with the makeup before we're done with the topic discussion. So let's move on to the next brand opinion, and that's also the last brand opinion. Here's my opinion as a brand. We accept that any PR we send is a gift. We are always very open that we have no expectation, there is no deal, and we hope for content but don't expect it. It's more a thank you for supporting our brand or a your work is amazing, this is a thank you for sharing your art thing. This means the palettes are 100% the influencer slash artist to do with as they please. Even if that means selling them on. We don't stamp them with PR, and they are items which would be sold if not gifted. We are not in a position to do the huge giftings we see from other brands. Our margins just don't allow for that. And to us, it begs the questions why other brands can, because it means the customer is paying for that PR ultimately, because no PR is ever free. The costs are covered somehow. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, of course they are, but hearing this from a brand is whew, we're getting the spicy insights here. We have occasion when we send palettes that people already have, and if they are not working MUAs, they don't need multiple of the item. What we like to see, if that is the case, if is for that influencer to either put it aside for future giveaway of their own or to gift it forward. There are some amazing beauty charities around, some who accept direct public donations and pass them on, and some who hold beauty sales and who donated products from brands and journalists and influencers. We are huge supporters of this and hope that anyone in our community who received a surplus to their needs product could and would pass it on to someone deserving. As a brand, we believe that gifting should be mindful and demure. I love you, anonymous brand, but that demure jug is just so worn out. Please stop. And for that person specifically, sending huge packages of an entire range feels uncomfortable and lazy. Oh, yes. Overconsumption and sustainability is an issue for us as a brand and for our customers. We listen to our community and we know that balancing want and need, exploring creativity and self-care, being part of a supported community all matter a lot. Beauty products do not last forever. Powder ones last a lot longer than liquids, but even so, we don't want to fester at the back of a drawer for years and then be thrown out. Nobody wants that. I think people think brands are all super rich than I did before joining brand name. That thanks to the Jeffree Star and Jacqueline and Toddy years on YouTube, people think beauty brands are all huge money spinners and and a license to print money. Sadly, absolutely not the case, unless you are founded by a huge backer like Unilever or LVMH, or your quality is very suspect and you are buying raw materials which are of dubious origin and very, very cheap, then it is just not possible to make huge amounts of money and send out lots of PR. Some brands can, and we really admire the ones who break through and manage to be both, to be ethically sound, cost aware, and make a killing in a very crowded field. Honestly, so many things in this opinion are just so reflected views on this topic. I truly love it. Honestly, this was a great, great insight into reality of the makeup company. And I agree. I think also that a lot of people think that brands are rich. They are not. They cannot send out these packages. So, here, circling back to the tier situation, I'm questioning, where did the money come from that tier used to give Michaela Noguera a Birkin bag? To give Darcy a Chanel bag? I don't want to say that you do not deserve a gift from a brand when you support that brand and you maybe did something so insanely wonderful to the brand that they went viral because of you. Yes, do it. But Michaela Noguera, honestly, that lying piece of shit? With Darcy, I can totally agree on, because she was the first one who was speaking out against the shades. But has somebody gifted Gloria a Chanel bag? Has somebody gifted Gloria a Birkin or a Cali or whatever for her work in that whole inclusivity field? I think nobody has yet. But that's a whole different topic. Yes, I agree. I would love to know where some of these brands take the money from, because that point here in the comment that at the end PR and gifts are covered by customers. Yes, fully agree. Fully agree. Let's move back to your opinions. Personally, to me, it's not my business. Theoretically and literally, business owners sell used supplies at the time. Some they receive from training, some purchased. Nobody really questions that, unless the quality is iffy, in my opinion. So if a makeup product was slightly used or unused for business matter, I see no issue it being sold off. Again, the business side, fully agree. Morally, no. If they've been given a lot of PR that they will never use, and I know a lot open them to show people the colors but don't touch them, others might dip once to show a swatch, but will bundle them up and give away and as prizes to the followers, I think that's okay. Better than just putting it in the bin and the followers get to try some products they might not buy, but to sell them, especially if used, it costs them nothing. That's a bit rude. I agree. And the last opinion is, since creators have to pay taxes on PR they receive, I don't see a problem with them selling products they don't like. Some might say that they could also give it to friends and family and donate what's unused to women shelters. Yes, they could. But whatever they choose to do, I'd rather them make it available to someone who will give it more love to the product than letting it keep dust in their drawers. That being said, it rubs me the wrong to see creators accepting everything and anything they get in PR while they already know they won't like the product, formula, shades, brand, personal preferences, to then rave about it and declutter it a few weeks later. Absolutely agree on that, and I think that is also a good thing to just close this topic today. So did my personal opinion change a lot? No. What I for myself just was I added some nuances to my opinion. Nuances? Layers. I added some layers to my opinion, because there is the business side. And in the business field, on the business side of this whole thing, it's fine, sell it. But then there is a moral side. And in that part of that story, I still think it's wrong. I still believe you should not sell PR. It's not okay. Thank you so much to all of you, to the brands who are participating, who were participating in this. This is an insanely interesting topic, and I just want to point out, because I think I forgot in the intro, there is no right or wrong here. Whatever your opinion is, whatever your point of view on this topic is, that's okay. And please do not feel criticized because I disagree with your opinion. I do not feel criticized because you disagree with my opinion. At the end, these Controversy Fridays are here for everybody to learn, to open their world, to let new point of views merge together with your own point of views, and then you can decide, do you want to change something in your opinion? Is there something new you learned? Something maybe you haven't even considered when you thought about this? Or can you just take it off and say, yeah, thank you for sharing. I accept that, but I still disagree. And that is completely fine too. Thank you so, so much. Thank you to everybody who is always here and who is just sharing their opinions. No one will judge you. I most certainly won't judge you because that's none of my business, and I'm here to have an open space for everybody where everybody feels safe to share their point of views. Thank you so much, and if you have an idea for a new Controversy Friday that we can discuss, please let me know down below. I will keep on these Controversy Fridays until the end of November, but I will not do them in December when there's Alamis. So put your ideas down below, make sure you're subscribed, and I hope I can see you in the next one.